Hello, welcome to the end of the month, aka the first Empties and Declutters video of 2026. It is the end of January and 2026 still sounds like and feels like a fake year. Anytime we were doing any kind of planning at work and we mentioned 2026, 2027, 2028, I was like, those sound like fake years. This just doesn't sound real. And now we're in 2026 and it still doesn't feel real. I digress. What is time? So I thought we would go through very quickly my empties and declutter of the month, and then a focus product highlight. I think of a better name for that. But then the products that I want to focus on in February. I did a few days ago, I did 1 week of shop my stash, so I chose the items that I wanted and I used only those for a whole week, and I'm not gonna lie, I hated it. I got so bored by the end of it. But I still want to do some focus stuff where I'm using something. I want to use some things regularly while still having the ability to make choices. So I'll walk you through that at the end, but let's get started with empties. So I used up a nail polish remover. I really like this one, the brand, but that it has a pump, but you can't open it, and so you can't reuse it, which really bothers me because I wish I could just buy a new one, refill it. It's still the same amount of plastic. I just like this container, but I don't know. It doesn't really matter, but I used it up. I paint my nails a lot, so I go through these quite a lot, and it's worth buying the 16 fluid ounces. I buy this at the grocery store though. It's like $2.50, so happy that that's gone, so I can buy more. I used this Acure brightening facial scrub. I love a physical exfoliant. I don't use chemical exfoliants as much anymore. I use a tretinoin every night. I don't skin cycle or anything. I just use my tretinoin every single night. And like once or twice a week, I'll use a physical exfoliant. It just feels good. Sometimes I'll have a mask that has a little bit of grit and scrub to it. But I like to use this on my everything showers, which happen typically every Sunday. And I liked it. Would recommend, would repurchase. There's no reason I wouldn't. And I think if you're not overusing and abusing a physical exfoliant, I don't think there's anything wrong with them. I'm also not an esthetician. I'm not qualified in any way to make that statement. I just know my skin, and I don't think I abuse physical exfoliants, and that's why I love them. Next, speaking of chemical exfoliants, the Pixi Glow Peel Pads. I saw that these were a dupe for the Dr. Dennis Gross AHA and BHA pads. Step 1, step 2, that are like $100 for 30 days, and this was like $60 for $20 or something like that. I don't even remember. Yeah, 60 pads. They did take me a long time to use. I did not use them regularly. I don't know if I will repurchase because, again, like I said, I don't use chemical exfoliants a lot, but as far as grocery or drugstore or affordable skincare goes, I really do think these are really good, and I did like using them. I think I would prefer these over the Glow and Go, which I also have and I'm trying to use up. Those ones you don't have to wash off. I find these ones to be more potent because you have to wash it off. It does make you quite tingly if you leave it on for too long. And I also like using them on my husband, so he enjoys those as well. So I probably would repurchase these now that I think about it, but I would not repurchase the other ones, and I'm not trying to go hard and heavy on chemical exfoliants, but this is tried and true, and I probably would really enjoy having it in my collection again. I used up this Kosas Cloud Set. I mean, there's like a tiny bit left, but it just wasn't working. There's not enough to scrape off and decant or whatever. I could probably crush it off into my current loose setting powder, but all in all, it's empty. I think I've repurchased this once or twice before. I really, really like it, but I'm probably gonna hold off on repurchasing because I have loose setting powders that I'm still working my way through, so I just don't need it. I don't need it. This is not the year of excess. As we said, this is a year of using it up and using it all. So I've used it up, but I haven't used it all. So that's a repurchase for another time. When I am done with the 2-3 other loose powders that I have, then I can rebuy the Kosas Cloud Set. But I would rebuy it. What else is empty in here? This is mostly a declutter. This is an empty e.l.f. When I was pressing it, it was giving me nothing. I could scoop it out, I could cut it open and scoop it out, but I don't care that much, and I don't support e.l.f., so I'm happy to see it go. Make sure there's no more. Oh, another mask. Glam Glow Super Mud Clearing Treatment. I love this mask. I bought this in bulk when I was in New Orleans, and they had a makeup store. I think it's called the Makeup Company or something like that. And I bought minis of them, and I bought 2 of these. So I have 1 more left, and I love this one. I think it makes my skin look great. It's very tingly. It has that grit to it. It's like best of both worlds. And I don't know where else to find it. So if you know where I can get my hands on this stuff, let me know. I love this mask. I would repurchase it, and I would repurchase it multiple times. Like, I would buy 2 or 3 more in a row so I don't run out. And then 2 Carmex. This was my work Carmex, and this is just one that was like in my pocket or something like that. But 2 Carmex that I have used up, and those are my empties. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 empties over the course of January. Not too shabby, not mad about it. My declutters are mostly nail polish, because I did break my no-buy. I broke it. I bought nail polish from Holo Taco because I really wanted one, and I have no impulse control. So I bought them. And when I got them, I said, you know what? I need to get rid of some nail polish because I have too much now. Now I have too much, and I need to make room for what I just bought. So I decluttered. I only bought 4 nail polishes, and then my friend Aya, she decluttered her nail polish, and she gave me dibs for her declutter, and I think I took 2. Anyway, so I got rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 nail polishes, okay? And I only added 5 or 6. So I almost got rid of double, okay? I don't gotta justify, but I'm trying really hard. But the makeup declutters is this e.l.f. 16-hour camo concealer. I just don't know how long I've had this, and the last time I used an expired concealer, it gave me contact dermatitis. So I don't play around with that. I could not tell you how long this has been in my collection. Could be 6 months, could be 2 years. I also don't use concealer, so I don't know why I keep trying, and I don't know why I keep buying them. I could, at this moment, declutter the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer, but for some reason I hold on to this. This is the only concealer I like. And I've had this one for quite a while, but I feel okay about keeping this one. It's the only concealer I really like. I'm decluttering this AF94 Shadow Boxer Eye Crayon in the shade Saguaro. I actually really liked it, but I never used it. And I used it for the first time just a few days ago, or last week or something. I used it last week, and it just was very patchy. I don't remember it being so patchy. I think it's a little dried out. I remember buying it over the pandemic, so I've had it for many years, and I've used it like 4 times. I'm getting rid of it. And then this Too Faced Lip Injection Extreme Instant and Long-Term Lip Plumper. I bought this for funsies, and it was fun. I just don't think it's good for you. I don't think you should be putting stuff on your lips or your face that hurt, right? Like, it's uncomfortable, it's unpleasant, and for what? You know what I mean? For a short-term, short-lived product, even though it says long-term. it really was just for fun. I think I had points or something, so I just used it. Used my points on getting that. But I've had it for a couple of years. Outside of it, I'm not sure if it's even that potent anymore. It doesn't need to be potent. I don't need it. So that's a declutter as well. And then the nail polishes. So these are, I don't need to go into them, but I tried to make these ones work. These are Sally Hansen Miracle Gel top coats in Crystal top coat and Unicorn top coat, and they just like won't dry. But I also think I've had these for 8 years. I had these before I moved here, and I've been here for 6 years, and these came with me from before. So I just think they're no good. I used quite a bit of that one though. I'm pretty impressed. So again, I'm not going to justify, but then these ones. Although, funny story, I was talking to my friend about a color or Aya, who she also did a declutter and had a color similar to this. I was like, I always try to find a color like this. I've bought this color shade many times and I never like it. I think it just doesn't match my skin tone as much as I want it to. And then same with these, like I just have things that are already like it. I don't need it. I just needed to declutter. And that's it. That's the empty. Oh, this lip gloss, this mascara, size up volume extreme from Sephora. I really like this, but I don't know what's going on with this one. It is so clumpy, and it's impossible to wear. It takes forever to dry. I know I've had it for a while, but it's just so wet. And I was like, I don't know, isn't this stuff supposed to dry out? If it dried out, I think it would be a lot better, but I don't know why it's not dry yet, because I've had it for a long time. So, and that's also another reason. I've had it for a long time. I feel like it's time to move it out, because it's not functioning the way that I want it, and it's old. So, goodbye-bye. Goodbye-bye. And that's it. That's the empties. That's the declutters for the month. I will be tossing those, the nail polish. I will take to work and see if anybody's interested in taking those. And if you would like me to provide any extra information on any of the products that I decluttered or finished that I would or would not buy, again, let me know in the comments. Happy to expand on my thoughts. But let's talk about focus products. So I did a Shop My Stash the other day. Hopefully that's either already posted or will be posted soon. And it made me think of like doing 3 looks, 1 palette, or, you know, focus products in general. And I was like, I'm gonna do a Shop My Stash and only use these products for the week. By Thursday, I was like, I don't even want to do my makeup. This is boring. So I don't think limiting myself is what's going to motivate me, but I think focusing on things. And I'm not going to keep track. I'm not going to have tally marks. I'm not going to, you know, this is accountability enough. But what I'm going to do is pick out a couple of items and try to incorporate them into my look for February, my looks for February. So not a 1 palette only for a whole month, but I'm gonna reach for this palette more than not. I'm gonna use this product more than not when it suits the look I wanna do, when I'm definitely feeling it, but I'm gonna make a real effort in using these products. So the first 2 products I kind of messed with today, and I've had them for a while, and I feel like they just need more love. And if I don't give them what I feel like is enough love by the end of the month, maybe I declutter them. And that is the Danessa Myricks multi-chrome pigments for eyes and face. It's a really pretty color. This one's called Soulmate. It's like a blue, brown, green, sort of shifty, one of my faves. And then this eye pigment multi-chrome eyeshadow called Space Chameleon from Moira Cosmetics. So I'm not a huge like liquid shadow fan, and I've decluttered many of them, but these ones have stuck around for some reason. So I want to try to incorporate them a little bit more. And maybe do some focus looks with these, or use them as a base and build up. But again, use them for the month of February as many times as I can. And as many times as I can is going to be more than I have in the past year. So, Focus products, these ones. And then another Focus product is my Dior Backstage Glow Face palette. I usually only use these two highlighters at the bottom here. The peach is not really my fave, but I can use it. And the bronze, I use mostly as eyeshadow. So, because I don't really like a shimmery bronzer. I like good matte bronze. So, that's, again, just kind of something I want to focus on using a little bit. If I don't break it just now. Jeez. She's fine. She's sturdy. So, that's a Focus product. Another Focus product is my, oh, I just had it. I put it, no. It's the Stila, nope. Okay, sorry. Is the Stila Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner and the Huda Beauty Creamy Kohl Eyeliner. Just like wearing them as a combo, you know, laying down the kohl and then lining with the liquid for a good, very thick and dark black liner. And again, an effort to just use these more often. And then there was a palette that I wanted to use. So I feel like it's very appropriate for February because it's very pretty, is the Gemini 2 palette. So it looks like that. I did have to declutter and throw out Mateo shadow. It had mold. It's the only one that did. None of the others seem affected. But I did not want to contaminate it. But I just feel like I could make some real cute, rosy, pinky, pretty colors over the month. They absolutely do not match these ones. So I don't anticipate using these in conjunction. But like I said, it's not a one palette month. It's not an only being able to use this month. It's just it's not only using this palette all month. It's just using this palette more. You get where I'm going with this. I'm not going to keep repeating myself. But those are the products. Those are the products that I want to utilize a little bit more intentionally. And again, there are these liquid eyeshadows, these two eyeliners, a little highlight palette, and the Gemini palette. So, trying to start off slow, start off small. I don't know if you think that you're like, wow, that's not very many Focus products. Well, that's the point. I don't want to burn out. I don't want to challenge myself so hard that I set myself up to fail. And I think that this is a good introduction to it. So I am going to try to keep track how often I use them, but I'm not going to be obsessive about it. I feel like sometimes I get real all or nothing mentality. So it's like, if I'm not using it every day, I'm not doing it right. If I'm not tracking it every day, then how will I know? I'll just know. I'll just know. I do my makeup every day. I'll know. I'll know if I reach for that enough. I'll feel it, you know? So that's what I'm working with. That's what I'm working on. And yeah, I hope you had a good month. I hope you used up a lot of things. I hope you rediscovered things in your collection. And if you did, I'd love to know what they are. If you found anything that I decluttered or emptied as one of your faves, let me know. Just because that's fun to think about. And that's all I got. I will see you in the next one, okay?